assessment. So one day we will have the free speech assessment, and another day we will have the what do you call your test. And then afterwards, so we will have 2 days or 3 days if we want to include 24th as well. So what we will do here is that we will have a kind of a revision, we will share our learnings, and so those kind of things we can do. And then our scores and everything will be also ready by 24th itself. So that's the plan as of now. That will be the last week, 8th week. Okay. So the topic which I'm going to share for the free speech, and this is the same topic I'm giving in all the other batches as well. And so what we have done here is it's the same topic which has been done in other batches as well. So it's no different. And if you see the topics which I'm sharing with you all, it's all something very related to our life. It's not something like kind of a rocket science kind of thing where you have to go and research something, understand something, and make some thesis kind of a stuff and bring it here. No, it's not like that. It's all about a day-to-day kind of a life and something related to that. It could be about the Women's Day or today's women, summer trouble, right? So, or before and after pandemic. So this is all like, this has affected our life. So this is all related to our life, those kind of topics, right? So this is also something related to life only. The reason why we have this kind of topic is that because that's what it will make it interesting. You can start from your experience. You can be passionate about that because that's your life and you're going to share your life, right? So, so that is precisely what it is. And then you don't have to go and Google something because you think how you have done, what you have done, you will be able to share a lot of those pointers here, and that will make it spontaneous in terms of your speaking rather than somewhere where you have picked it up and then you are reading someone's thoughts. So that's what it is. That's my intention, and that's how this topic is also. So this particular topic is also very unique and very interesting one. This is a deep dive kind of a topic which will make everybody think if you seriously do this, right? So this topic is nothing but, I'm going to type it here. This particular topic is, here it goes. The best way to live life. So this could be your life or anybody's life, right? Or your life, anybody's life, or your mantra for living a happy or good life, or your advice to anything. So you can take it anything as you wish, right? It could be your perspective, like how you want the life you want to live this life. It could be for some general mantras or gyan which you think which is very useful to share with others, right? And or some of the best things which our elders have left for us in terms of like a lot of thoughts, how the life has to be led. So those are the things. This is a deep kind of a topic, right? So that if you think about this particular topic, that sums up everybody's life here, right? So how do you want to, and in this, and very rarely we sit and think about it as well. Seriously, that's one thing. So this is more of like, because there are some training, where there is something like goal setting, there's something about the workshop, some of the workshop where I've been involved in. It's like, sometimes what we do is that we give a big chart to the participants and give some sketch pen, and we say the chart is your, what do you call, time span in terms of life. And this is how you're going to live your life with the sketch pen, right? So think something, even if you want to take half an hour before you draw, because once you draw, you can't erase that. So that's like, this is all real life kind of half a day as well. You can do this workshop, right? So what they do is that they start pinning their thought, they start putting their stuff and all. So this is all, we need to take movement from our busy schedule to do these kind of tasks as well. That will open up, because otherwise we are all running. Right, so sometime we need to take a pause and see what we are doing, how we need to proceed, and that's also introspection is something that's they say. So that could be a good word for intro, for our vocabulary building, introspection, right? So that's a very, very good word. I typed it already. I'll talk about that later. So that is something which getting deep down and understanding what you really want and how you want to do that. So this is a great topic. So I leave it with you. So what we will do is that we will share the pointers on Monday, right? Or we will share the pointers. What do you want to share? What do you want to do? You are not doing a free speech on Monday. You will share your pointers, right? So what are the things? Because we have 2 days, so that could be used as an exercise. What are the things you want to include in your presentation? So I don't want in the language, it could be 10 points. I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to talk about that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that and all. So that would be fine. So that's the point. I don't want you to do the free speech, right? I want you to share the pointers. I'm sure everybody is clear on this, right? We are not doing the free speech, we are sharing the pointers because I want everybody to do the best on that day when the actual thing happens, right? It should be in detail. I don't want you people to be very, very conservative. So that could be another word, conservative, in your thought process and your speech as well, right? So let it be as much as time as it takes. Even if it takes 10-15 minutes, I'm happy. We can definitely go and do another day as well. So so that's the thought process behind it. Conservative. That's another word, right? I can give you later. I'll talk to you about that later. Okay. So so one thing, few pointers if I want to share with you. One thing is like understanding one's strength and weakness is very, very important. And then what do you want to achieve in terms like how do you want to live? And we live in this body, we don't live outside. If we live outside, then we become ghosts, right? So how you take care of your body is as well very, very important, right? There was another, I'm sure all of you would have done that English at 8 today. There was a health tip in terms of that particular small passage, which was very interesting, right? So that had a lot of things. And one thing where the right answer was E, it included everything. What are the things you need to do to keep yourself healthy, right? So right from the 4 things, which was very, very important, right? So that's it. So how important is money? We are all here, of course, because we want to make a livelihood, right? We need to work and support our family and get better where we are. So money is important in terms like, so work is important. How you want to do that part, right? How you want to proceed in that particular thing, right? How that will affect your personal life. So these are the thoughts I can share. And is wealth everything? Is money everything? Is happiness nothing, right? So how you can, what are your hobbies? What do you believe passionately? Because every day you come, wake up and do work and go back to sleep again and do that, right? So that's what used to happen in Japan. I don't know whether it still happens. That's why the suicide rate is one of the highest there in Japan, because sometimes they work for 18, 19 hours as well, right? So so that's one thing, right? So so that is all like, that's not life, because you want to enjoy a few things, few passions and all, and that's why this journey will be interesting, or else it will be completely dull. So these are some thoughts. So let's say I don't want to give you more, but I'm sure you all are mature enough to bring in your thing. But do some introspection. That's very important. And you want to share some universal gyan with everyone as well. Don't feel what do you call? Feel free to do that. That's very, very important. So that's a kind of knowledge which we are sharing with everyone, right? So that is precisely what it is. So I believe everybody is aware of this particular task. And I hope this can be passed to the other participants as well who are not here, Bhumika, Hafsa and Hafifa, right? Brilliant. So what we will do is that, why not we do the vocabulary word now? Shall we do that now? The 5 words. And so if we can start typing, and then what we will do is that I'll go through that, and then I'll have a lesson, and then I'll share the vocabulary words for Monday. So if you have made it ready, start typing it, and cut, copy, paste would be the best one if you have made it ready. So it becomes very easy. And meanwhile, you're doing, I'm sure tomorrow you will see another video, of course, which Rashmi will share. So that's again talks about our life. There's a famous personality who's going to talk in that particular video. And so if you look at, she's also talking about our life, what's important and how, so many things are there. So that's the ideal time where Rashmi is going to send that video, so that will give some thoughts for all the participants as well. So that video is going to be there tomorrow. Okay, brilliant. So Yalini is the first one. Probably yes. Why? Because she has typed it on the comp and cut, copy, paste, and that's precisely what she has done. Yes, Yalini, go ahead and read your sentences.
Trait.
She's in a very good mood today. All laugh, all smile, and all. No, no way. Or this is your bad mood.
It is the worst day, but the session make me happy, so I'm keep on smiling.
So nice to hear that. And also another very important aspect is that if this can be your worst day, I want to see what will be your best day. You are taking it to your stride. Even if it's your worst day, you have smile going on your way, and so that's something no one can think that you're having a worst day. So brilliant way of how you're handling your situation. So that's a fantastic one. That's a good trait to have.
Thank you.
Okay, carry on with your word.
Trait. Humanity is the best trait one can have.
Absolutely, absolutely, no two ways about that. What's the next one?
Aspired. During childhood, I aspired to become a doctor, but now I become an engineer.
Okay, absolutely. Everybody have different aspiration. When your kid, they say you become doctor, doctor, doctor. He will not know what is doctor as well, and he might become something else. What's the next one?
Aggravate. Arguing with the person who is judgmental can aggravate the situation.
Absolutely, people do judge others, and you should not judge anyone. That's another video which was shared. Don't judge before you know someone, so that can aggravate the argument and also spoil the situation. Absolutely, stay away from that. Very, very good sentences. What's the next one?
Barring. Security guards were barring them their exit to check their bags.
Absolutely, maybe something happened, so they wanted to check the bags. So precisely, makes sense. Lot of meaningful sentences. What's the last one?
Hurl. Your worries might fade away if you hurl yourself into the work.
Brilliant. This is a good thought, actually. You hurled in a very, very innovative and very, that could be only done if you're thinking about that word, and that's really what you have done. Your worries might fade away if you hurl yourself into work or anything which you like, so that will keep the worry off. Fantastic one, Yalini. All great sentences. And
Thank you.
Very good. So let's go to Kanchana. Kanchana has typed one of her sentence, I believe. Okay, let's see. I actually not aware of these words, sir. I didn't find time to ask with others. I have Wednesday vocabulary. Will I do that now? Okay, go on, do that. Now you know these words, Kanchana. So what you do is that even if it's okay, if you don't, we are not able to share it. If you want to tell me on Monday, you can share it. Or else you make the words. Don't miss that out, because make this word and then it will give an opportunity to think on that word. When you make a sentence, you will remember that word, and you have opportunity to make use the language as well in terms of writing. And so that's a very, very good task. Yes, Kanchana. So read the Wednesday one. That's perfectly fine. Are you going to type it or are you going to read it?
I will type, sir.
Okay, fine. So, brilliant. How about Nikita? Are you ready?
I'll read it, sir.
You want to read it? Okay, fine. What happened? You didn't type it?
No, sir.
How do you attend the session?
What?
How do you attend the session? Through a laptop or to a mobile?
Yeah, laptop, sir.
Oh, okay. So, where do you make your sentences? In the notebook?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. No issues. So, just a quick type before the session starts, and so that you can cut, copy, and paste like some of the participants do. So that just an advice, right? So if you want to take it up. Okay, brilliant. Yalini, go on. Read your sentences.
So you have to say Nikita. No, you
I'm sorry?
said Yalini. You said Yalini instead of Nikita.
I said Yalini instead of Nikita. Oh, okay. Apologies. So that's probably maybe that's apology. I didn't even realize I did that. Right. So I also need some rest, I believe. Okay. Fine. Yes, Nikita. So I didn't know why Nikita is laughing, and so I thought there is something. Maybe it's the signals are going late. So maybe I use the word. Okay. Fine. So yes, Nikita.
Trait. People get impressed with one who has got the amazing traits.
Absolutely, people get always impressed with someone who has got a good trait. A trait could be any talent. Sometimes people always, what do you call, someone who plays guitar well or sings well, we all get impressed. We have those kind of people who are there in office or maybe other way. They just get a guitar and they do something and they look so amazing. Okay, so that's also a kind of a trait or maybe a quality. Yes, what's the next one, Nikita?
Aspire. Everyone has got plans for what they aspire to be.
Absolutely, or everyone should have a plan as well. Some may not have a plan. That's very important, right? So your sentence is perfectly fine, but I'm also talking in terms of life. See, one thing is aspire, another thing is having plan, and third thing is working on that plan, right? So these are three important things. So this is like goal setting. It comes into the goal setting, right? So that's so important, right? So you have aspire, great, dream. Then the second is like you have a plan, fabulous. That's the second step. But are you working on that particular plan, right? So that's also very important. Very good, Nikita. Fantastic one. What's the next one?
Her act of kindness saved the situation from getting aggravated.
Absolutely brilliant, fabulous one. Very good sentences, all mature and meaningful ones. Fantastic one, as expected from 201. What's the next one?
Barring, we will return home after bearing accidents.
We will return home
after bearing accidents.
I don't understand what you're trying to convey here.
Like after restricting all the accidents that come in our way, we'll return home.
Meaning you're anticipating some accidents to come on your way, or how it is? I'm not able to understand.
No, by chance, like anything can happen at any time. So, in that sense.
Okay. Barring is like you're barred from somewhere, right? So how we can make, though it was dark in night when we returned, but barring few glitches here and there due to road, we returned safely. So that way we can use, right? So this is slightly not making sense, right? Barring is like you're barred and those kind of things. Okay, fine, fantastic. Next one. What's the next one?
He hurled a chair at me.
He hurled a chair at you. A lot of people for past hurled shoes at the politician as well. It's shown on the TV as well, right? So you might have seen a lot of big leaders. That's similarly another thing which I said in the other group as well. Right, so that's become a kind of a fashion now. It's big leaders have been heard, and some of them have forgave them there itself. So that happened. So would that do, or there's another sentence as well? That's done. Okay, fantastic, Nikita. Fabulous one. So Kanchana couldn't make her sentence because she didn't know. So she has typed the Wednesday ones. So Wednesday ones, yes, Kanchana, please go ahead.
First word is deteriorate. Some people deteriorate their name for bad manners.
Some people deteriorate their names for due to bad manners. Some people's name get deteriorated or ruined. That way we can do. So we will change the form of the sentence, or maybe we will rearrange the sentence, so which will generate more meaning. Due to bad behaviors, some people deteriorate their name and ruin their fame. That's something we can do. So that's just a modification. I just wanted to do. Maybe rearrange your sentence.
Second word is typical. Dosa idlis are typical South Indian foods.
Absolutely, they are so typical.
Third word is jiffy.
I'll get ready in jiffy when my friend call for movie. Yes, so you are a movie buff, I believe. Okay.
Fourth word is undeniable. It is an undeniable fact that spread of corona is again now increasing.
It is undeniable fact that spread of corona has been increasing. Absolutely, it is. And yes.
Fourth word is stimuli. Watching television provides stimuli for discussion.
Absolutely, Kanchana, brilliant one. It's stimuli. So watching television provides stimuli for discussion. Absolutely, watching television provides stimuli for discussions, meaning points. She's talking about all good sentences, fabulous one. And I see that some of the sentence you're starting with not caps, you're starting with a small letter. So maybe it's just in...
Actually, once I type it, sir, that deleted. So I suddenly typed once again.
Okay, that's fine. As long as I'm sure you are aware of it. But I just wanted to, just saw it, so just wanted to say that. Okay, brilliant. So Sharanya, no way would have made sentences, or any chance, Sharanya, is it on your phone where you want to share those sentences with us? It's better to ask. I don't want to be judgmental here. So let me ask her. She's available on chat. She's traveling back to Mangalore. No, sir. Okay. So no issues. So you can make it on Monday, both the days, along with Kanchana. Kanchana will also do that. Okay. Absolutely. Brilliant. Great. Geo the Great, because she's so connected, even though the bus is traveling, and she's instantly able to understand what we are saying. So that can be only done with the signals, right? And when you're traveling, you're not in a stationary place. You are what you call signals, and the post keeps changing from one transmitter to another one. So that is something, right? So she's able to get connected. Fabulous. Okay, so what we will do is that we will do a lesson today, a lesson plan. So I'm going to share that. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to do that. Okay, so here we go. So this is what we are going to do today. So this is the slide do today. Yesterday, I believe we completed soft skills, and so that is precisely what we did. Soft skills we completed yesterday, and so we will discuss about this, right? How important are they, and for professional growth and personal life. So we like English as well. These skills are very, very important. We talked about, soft skills could be more than everything is a soft skills. Today in another class, 6:30 class, one girl also used the word sense of humor. So that's also a kind of a very important soft skills to have, right? When to do something, how to do as well. Something is very, very important, right? So when you want leave, you go to, and common sense is also another soft skill. So you could keep adding on. So one example I can give for common sense is like you see your boss is very angry, and so right from morning something or other is coming up. He's not in a great mood, and you want a couple of days leave for your cousin's wedding. So is it an idle time to go and ask leave? Yes or no? Absolutely not. So that's a common sense. So that's what they say. Kids are so smart. When dad and mom is having kind of an argument or something, they stay away from that. So they just keep sit and watch, because if they come in between, they will also get entangled it, and they will also get it nicely. So that's also kind of common sense. This is all which is in our gene, which is in our blood, and which is there, and we need to realize it and use it. That's very, very important one, right? Sense of humor. Another sense of humor is like I said to that particular participant in 6:30, I'll explain sense of humor because we are short on time. So I have thought I'm going to explain how I'm going to explain, which I already thought about that. So I want to share that here since I have. So one thing is like sense of humor. So someone, what is sense of humor? Let me ask one by one. And what do you think about sense of humor? Nikita, what do you think about sense of humor? What is sense of humor?
Is it that comic factor?
Yes, it's a comic factor. Yes, it's a comic factor. Absolutely. Yes. Right. So seeing the funny things about any particular thing, right? Seeing the funny thing, and so adding funny things. See, one thing which happened with me long time ago. There was once because we didn't have phone and other things those time, right? So there was a kind of a delay due to some things, right? The bus we were traveling, it got into something, and then it took some time. So my boss said he was a nice person, so he didn't want to hurt me. He wanted to say something. What do you call it? A sense of humor. So he said, "Saravanan, that's very good. You're so early for tomorrow." That's what he said when I went to office. So meaning you're so early. Why you're so early? Not for today, for tomorrow. Meaning, so in a way he's saying that I'm so late for today, but he's also saying I'm so early for tomorrow. So that's kind of a sense of humor. So it was not to hurt. So, but he knew that I'm usually on time. So something would have happened. It's not like today's day where you have a phone and then anytime or every time you can call someone like Sharamya because of Geo. She's there connected with us as well, right? So it's not like that, right? So those days were different. Another common sense is that, which I'm going to share with that participant 631, is there is a very good husband and wife kind of a thing, right? So that's how I'm going to explain what is this common sense, right? It's a kind of a joke, a forward which came. So I thought, why not use this as an example to make them understand what is common sense, right? So what happens is that husband and wife, they're going out. So wife says, why don't you close the door properly, because the cat will come and eat the food. So the husband says, let the cat or the dog come and eat the food one day, they will never come again. Let them eat it, so that once they eat once, they will never come again, right? So in a way, you are saying that your food is so good, it's me, I'm eating every day. Even a dog or a cat, if it gets free food, it will not come again and eat it. So that's another way. That's a big common sense. It was a forward. So that's why I like this WhatsApp and other thing. Yes, you get a lot of junk. A lot of time goes in deleting those junks straight away, right? But you get a lot of these kind of jokes as well. And which is my common sense example when I'm going to explain to that girl at the 6:31 on Monday. Okay, so let's go into our lesson today, what we have. And so we're going to talk about some important soft skills. As I said, there are plenty of them, right? Each and every one is so important, right? So one should spend some time. If you look at companies, invest a lot of time in identifying the right talent. And because when they have the right talent, one thing is that right talent, another thing is moldable talent, right? So these are two different things. One thing is like someone who's half ready or be completely ready. So companies love to observe those kind of candidates, obviously. Another one is like, can be molded. A third one could be kind of not a very positive kind of an attitude where there is no passion, no interest, right? Somewhere, someone who can go where the wind blows and all, so they don't know what they are doing, how they are doing and all. So those kind of a thing is like, but sometimes you have a very worst attitude as well. Even this can be mended. Worst attitude is something which is the companies will also look when they look for, because they don't want to have elements like that which comes in and then spoils everyone as well, right? So that's also they look. So having good soft skills and all these things is so important for your people, social and other skills as well. So let's look at some of the soft skills which I have identified, which the most important one which I feel, because as I said, this is more of an English class, but we also wanted to add few things in terms of soft skills. There are some important other slides as well which we will do, right? Few other etiquettes, office etiquettes and everything, right? So these are the few things which we cover. So one thing is that I spoke about the communication part as well. So we are also talking about effective communication. That's very, very important. So there is a huge difference. Did I explain what is communication and what is effective communication yesterday? Did I do that in the class, Nikita? No. No, I didn't. Okay.
No, but in previous class you had told us.
Okay, in previous class. So I'll quickly just repeat what I said. So one part is like where I'm talking. Of course, communication has to be between two people. So if you ask me, so you might say that it cannot be with one person. Yes, it can be with one person as well. I can communicate with myself as well. That's a different thing, right? I'm talking to my mind. I'm connecting to my inner things. So we all keep doing that, right? The thoughts is an energy which is there in our mind, which is never ending. It keeps going on. So that's a different aspect altogether. But we are talking about human communication, which is between two people, or it could be more than two as well. So how could that communication could be? So if you look at the picture, this girl is talking, or everybody is busy, this girl is talking to them. So one thing is like you talk to someone where they are able to understand what you said, comprehend that, and if required, able to respond back. So that's the basic communication. So what is effective communication? Effective communication is something where, especially if you look at the professional field, maybe in the company's field, right, where you're able to get your point across so that the other person is able to understand and also do what is expected of him or her. That's the important part of it. For instance, a leader or maybe a TL would need to communicate to his member in a way where he is able to do the task. That's important. Unless and until the task is not completed, there's no point of that particular communication. It may be, it may not be done, right? So it's a circle. So will it be done always? May not be, but if it's done 8 out of 10 times, so that's something, it's a good communication. And also, I don't know whether I said before, it's an important thing, I don't mind repeating it. There's a difference between, did I talk about a difference between a boss and a leader other day? Yes, I did that, right? So I did say how a boss, how a leader would communicate. So unless and until you motivate something, right? Unless and until you motivate something, unless and until you show them the carrot, unless and until you show them the bigger picture, you will not have you people motivated. Look at the sports, for example. What is the role of a coach? He's a very, very important thing. And today's a coach, the job has become so easy. I'm sure everybody would know the game cricket because it's one of the popular games. There was once upon a time, maybe during Gavaskar's time, he used to say, one important thing is that Gavaskar used to say, there was no physio and all. So today we have warm-up, physio coach and all, no? So he said in an interview, our warm-up used to happen in the dressing room itself, meaning having a cup of tea, the arm going down and palm going up. That's the warm-up. So that was also a sense of humor. So, but now they go through so many drills. There's a bowling coach, there's a fielding coach, there's a psychological coach, there's a batting coach, right? So many things are there, right? So now, but still, important job of a coach. So this is, see, the coach is the one who will be able to guide you, who will be your mentor, who will be your buddy when it's required, right? Who will motivate you enough. Today's generation, they will not take anything as it is, right? They want to know more, right? Today is the internet technology age, right? Everything is there available on Google. If I want to search anything or everything, any part of the world, I can do that here. And also we ask a lot of questions. In today's kid as well, they ask more questions because they have more knowledge, right? They will be more smarter than what we are, right, today. So the thing is that unless and until you motivate something to do that, things may not happen that way. So that's the key difference between the boss and the leader. I'm sure all of you have great opportunity, potential to go to the next level. So I see potential and all the batches, right? Of course, this one as well. And you already, in terms of the language skills, you have good. So if you have these life skills and soft skills added to that, because you need to be seen as a team leader material, that's very, very important, right? Where you can take the entire team along with you, that's very, very important, right? And so that's something. And also this is important, right? So how do you treat your members? How do you motivate them? How do you help them to grow? So this is all great things to do when it comes up and you get great satisfaction and happiness, right? So that's something. So effective communication is not only just saying something, but also ensuring the task is being done. Okay. So if you look at the next important aspect is the discipline, right? So there's no two ways about that. There is nothing like discipline in this life. This is another very, very important soft skills, right? So that's why I gave this example in the other class as well. Army, you can't give anything better than army or maybe military services, right? The first thing is, the first mantra is discipline. Everything starts with discipline. Right or wrong, you have to obey your boss. Your boss says that we will attack the enemy now today, you have to attack, right? It will not be 10 people, they will say, sir, how about after dinner, how about I have a cup of tea and then come, or how about we not attack, right? No, it doesn't work that way, right? You have to follow the chain of commandment, they call it, right? The boss says you got to do that, right? And they have been taught like that, right? So they have been taught like that. And again, the most important thing is that punishments are very severe, right? Punishments are very severe. So I've seen this, some of the trainees who get the punishment and then it's very, very severe, right? 4:30 meaning 4:30, right? 4:30 cannot be 4:31. So that's how it is, right? So if it means like 6:30 on the parade ground, it has to be 6:30. 6:31 meaning that's your day, because you have to take that big load of gun and all the bag on your back, keep your hand, and you have to do 10 rounds. Okay, so again that gentleman will get up come by 4:31 or 4:32, again that 10 rounds, right? So he will do for 1 or 2 days, and third day, believe me, even in his dream, he will not do that error, right? So that's how this is like, and so that's why they're so disciplined. In terms like the body, in terms like the mind, they are so strong. And you should also read something about Navy SEALs, right? So Indian Army itself is great in terms of the Black Hat Commandos and also the disaster, I'm sure all of you would have seen that when unfortunately Taj Hotel, which was like under the terrorist siege, right? I'm sure that's another word to use, siege. Right, it was, they seized the Taj Hotel. Are you aware of that? Mumbai Taj Hotel, terrorists were there. That was the complete siege. So we call the NSG, National Security Guard, and so they were, the NSG was a special allied force, and they came in and they went in and they ensured that everything was flushed out, right? So that is something, right, Army is capable of. So I heard about a lot of things about Navy SEALs. So if you want to make a note of it, you can. So they are fabulous. So they also fight on land, air, or sea, everywhere, right? So they are also something very, very, and also a mission which killed Osama bin Laden was also done by Navy SEALs. right? So that's again an interesting story. If you get time, so that could be one of your learning video as well. Suppose tomorrow or whenever you get time, you want to do that. So how we will stay connected if you stay connected like this. So how they use two choppers. Choppers they call as helicopter. So one helicopter did crash. So they used the other. So everything was planned. And Obama and who was the vice president for her? She was like Clinton, Mrs. Clinton. They were all sitting in the the chamber, president's chamber, and these people have the satellite phones with the camera, and so that was a very interesting one. So they identified him being the Osama, and then they shot him. So everything was captured live. This will never be out. That's a different thing. So so that's again a height of discipline in terms of life, right? So they will, once given a task, they will be able to do that. So why I'm talking about this? So this discipline is so important for our life as well to get ahead, right? So discipline is not only about, it's not a simple word as it sounds. It's not like getting up early in the morning or going on time to office or logging on time or doing the task. It's more than that, right? It's more like about your thoughts, right? About what do you want to do, about the procrastination. Procrastination is a word where you keep postponing the things, right? So that's the word I can give, procrastination. It's a very, very good word to have. So where you will not procrastinate, right? So that's something I'm sure all of you know about this thing, right? So procrastination, right? Procrastinate. Right. I'll check on this and I'll tell you. Hopefully, I have spelled it right. Procrastinate. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So, these are important things. So the discipline part is so important in life. Unless and until the great people who have achieved great things in this world, unless and until it didn't happen with chance. Some people get lucky, but other people are more organized. Other people use the skill much better. Other people know what are their strengths, what are the weaknesses, how we can capitalize on our strength. And knowing a strength is great, but not using it is like foolishness. Like I'm sure I'll give you another sports example. Vinod Kambli and Sachin Tendulkar. They both started at the same time. They came into the limelight with their Ramakant Achrekar was their coach. He was a very famous gentleman because he is the one who coached them. Both of them, they had a big partnership of close to 600, and that came into the press, and from there it was all like people started knowing them, right? So Sachin was of course pretty talented, and very disciplined as well. But if you look at this, is a great example, and Vinod Kambli was completely the other. He had, some say he had more talent than Sachin Tendulkar, but he was very indisciplined, right? Even during the team when they go on tour and other thing, when they have to share the dressing room, so what happens is that, not the dressing room, I'm sorry, it's the staying room where they stay in the hotel. So it will be with another partner. So that they do even now, I believe, because you will have good camaraderie. So camaraderie is another good word I can use. What is this camaraderie? Good teamwork, or good, because good bonding will happen, right? So that's another word I can use, give you. Camarade. So that's another word. So he was very indisciplined. He will play music, he will do that, he will do this, he will get so many other things like get drunk and all, right, disturb everybody. So look at where he is, right? And so that's his talent. He had so much of all the talent got blown away because of indiscipline. So that's also can happen. A lot of people are talented, but they use the talent. So understanding what is your skills, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, understand the strengths, use them better, understand your weaknesses and see how you can improve, understand what you want to do in your life, understand what gives you pleasure apart from work and other things. If work gives pleasure, great, fabulous, right? Other than that, how you want to do, what do you want to do, all those things. So this is kind of a discipline as well. Discipline in your thought, discipline in your action, discipline in your plan. Those are the things. And discipline also enjoying your life. That's also very important. Having fun, right? Being around with your people, being around with family, relatives, friends, doing things which you love. That's what life is all about, right? Life is to live the life full, right? So that's something we all can do that. Yes, we have our tasks which we do, but other than that, that gives us the opportunity to do us. Work gives an opportunity to do other things as well. So we need to look at that. So these are the two important things, communication and discipline. So what we will do is that we will stop with this one. We have a teamwork, which is another slide, attitude, which we will talk about, career and confidence. So these are some ones which we have, and apart from that I have time management as well. So this I'm not doing it for 101, I'm just doing it for 201. This is good one to have. So these will be an interesting one. I'll share about a lot of techniques which will help you to do the time management. So so that's something which will be interesting as well. Okay, so what we will do is that we will stop with this at this point of time. We have just 7 minutes of our time. So what we will do is that I'll share the words with you, and we will discuss about that for the vocabulary. Okay, so one word I discussed about the last particular word is, first thing is that camaraderie, right? So camaraderie, what is camaraderie? Like it's between the team members where they are have good camaraderie, right? So meaning good understanding, good rapport, good chemistry, those kind of thing. It's all good camaraderie, right? So that is something good camaraderie. So what it says in terms of camaraderie, let me also look at the meaning. This is a very good word we used in the class. It's a good spirit of friendship, loyalty among a group of members. That's very good. So if you are a TL tomorrow, and if you have 10 members under you, there is another a person who comes in the 101 630. She has 40 members who report to her. So if in her team, if there is good camaraderie, her job becomes very easy. People are friendly, people are doing the task, people are helping each other, members are helping each other. What else she can ask for? So that's something icing over the cake for her. So that is precisely what it is, good camaraderie, right? So the captain and coach in the Indian team have great camaraderie, meaning Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri have great camaraderie. So that could be one word, right? And so that would be one. Camaraderie between the world leaders are very important for world peace, meaning the powerful leaders, if they have good chemistry. For example, if you look at in the previous time as well, some of the leaders, world leaders, they are the one who make all the policies and do what they want to do, or in terms of bring the legislation and other things. If both the world leaders have good camaraderie, what will happen? That will ensure peace for everyone. That's there, right? So camaraderie is a very important skills to have, which will ensure which will ensure productivity of workplace. Likewise, so we can make sentences like that. So that's one particular word, I believe, which is very, very clear, right? So another word is, like I've typed it, procrastinate. So procrastinate is the second word. So what is procrastination? So procrastination is like where we keep postponing something, right? So where we keep postponing. This is again a very, very important time management skill where we should avoid doing that. So during New Year's Eve and all, what they do is that people procrastinate their task. They say, okay, I'll not procrastinate. I'll get healthy. I'll go and do the exercise. I will eat this thing during the New Year's, right? 31st, come 31st, everybody do. This year it was not that much because everybody were a bit disappointed with the pandemic and all, right? So that was something. But New Year, everybody will do. I will do this. I will do that and all, right? So they all getting excited and hyped. But what happens? Come New Year and go New Year, they're back to same thing. I'm not saying everybody, maybe most of them. So why? Because they haven't planned it well. So one important thing about goal setting is that goal setting is not something where one day you are high, you make a goal. No, that's not like that. Do you feel the same thing every day? So that's very important. So procrastination is a very good word to have. We keep postponing and then one day it will become a pile of kill. So everyday task, doing every day is very important, right? Don't keep procrastinating your task. One day you will find the doing simple tasks very difficult, right? Procrastination. Okay, procrastination is not a good trait, and one should avoid it, right? And so those kind of sentences can be made. Procrastination. I believe it is very clear that you keep postponing. So let's see if somebody makes some other thoughts as well. Siege is another word which I use, right? Siege. Please ensure your mind is and never get sieged with negative thoughts. See, this is another thought, right? Please ensure your mind doesn't get sieged with negative thoughts ever, right? So no matter how you are, right? Like Yalini said today, she's having her worst day. But look at can we make it? No, we can't. So don't siege your thoughts. Don't siege your mind with negative thoughts ever, right? So that is something. During the terrorist attack, Taj Hotel in Mumbai were under the terrorist siege. So that could be also there, right? So siege is like could be capture something or could be under someone's control, military blockade, city fortified. During a pandemic, the entire city was under the siege of lockdown. That could be also, right? So those are the things. So siege could be, that is precisely what siege is. So brilliant. So we have almost come to an end of this particular session. I've given only 3 words, I believe, right? So I need to give you 2 more. Just give me one. I'll be with you in a jiffy. Just give me a couple of more words. Okay.
Sir, you have typed it, I guess.
Have I?
Introspection and conservative.
Oh, so okay. Thank you very much, Ali. So that's like an eagle's eye, which Nikita has got. Fantastic, right? So that's what it is. So that could be another 2 word. Brilliant. So that's why I've nominated Nikita. I'm not saying others are not like, but you can see some people are so inclined and all. And so that is something I have nominated those kind of people who help me with these kind of a thing. Of course, Rashmi is there as well. She's the coordinator, but she has to do various other things. Thank you very much, Rashmi. Introspection meaning, or Nikita, introspection meaning something which is introspect, right? You better introspect yourself. The kind of thoughts which you are, or the behavior is something unacceptable, right? Introspect meaning going deep inside. Most of the political parties know when after failing, what they say is that when media comes for their opinion or why they lost, we are introspecting now and we will come and tell you what happened, right? That's what they do. That's a very comical one. Introspection meaning going deep in and understanding what is there. And another word is conservative. So conservative is like he is very conservative in his spending money. So that could be one because he doesn't spend too much of money. He's very conservative in his thought. His thoughts are still ancient. So that could be another one. Not liking change, traditional, right? Lower than real figure, right? So someone who doesn't spend money and those kind of things. That's what it is. So very, very easy words, but makes a lot of this sense, these 3 words, these 5 words, of course. So that would bring to an end of this session. I believe we had a very good session today, brilliant, and so we did what we have to do today in terms like I shared. You're going to share the pointers with me about the topic of the free speech. Only the pointers on Monday. You're going to do the vocabulary words, 5 ones, and few of the participants who couldn't do will be doing it on Monday. And apart from that, we did few important soft skills as well. So that brings completely an end to this particular session. I wish you all a good evening and a great weekend as well. And we will see you all on Monday again at the same time. And Sharanya, where have you reached before we go? Which place? Can you see something outside? Let's see Gio is working this time. Looks like finally Gio has given up. Okay, so there is some glitches in Gio as well. Okay, we will ask Sharanya when she is with us on Monday whether she got this particular part. So not taking more of your time. See you all. Bye and have a good evening. Bye for now. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.